Hey, so catch this, man. A few months back at work, having issues with DNS, and they're blaming the network, right? It's not the network. Fast forward, right? And at home, having issues with DNS, right? Just the other day. And this was the weirdest thing, right? It was sporadic, right? It was intermittent, and it was just like stalled, right? And trying to figure out what the hell, I was thinking, let's create a script, right? Do it once and repeat, right? Dry, don't repeat yourself. So I'm thinking, let's just create a script that loops, right? Loops through doing basic like NS lookups, right? And to help narrow down where issues might lie, So let's pull in some libraries. And I think the first library that I want to pull in is pip install DNS Python. All right. And then let's do pip install Python ping. I think that's it. And I'm just thinking, do a real basic script to help us out, right? So I think we've got the packages that we need. Let's get to writing real quick, right? So I'm going to create a new file. I'm going to call this, I don't know, call it monitor py, right? And I know I'm going to want a date timestamp, right? And I'm probably going to want this script to sleep, right? So when it's done looping, put it to sleep for a predetermined amount of time, and then the script wakens up again, and boom, right? Bob's your uncle. So let's start our imports. We're going to import date time. We're going to do import date time. From date time, import date time. That looks better. All right. Now I also want to do that sleep. So it's from time, import sleep. All right. And since we got those packages that we just did, let's do from DNS import resolver. And I'm telling you, this was the weirdest thing, right? Browsing the internet and it's just like DNS stalled, right? You can ping, but this would not resolve. All right. And then from Python ping import ping. I don't know if this needs elevated rights, if it does sockets or something. I don't know. Soon find out. All right, so let's see if we got everything working. So let's do query equals DNS resolver. All right, just be lazy. There we go. Okay, query. Name saver, no. Name servers. And what are we doing? Let's do, I think this is Cloudflare. And let's do result equals query resolve. What are we resolving? Let's do Google what do we want? We want the A record of Google, right? Give me the IP addresses, and then we do name servers, right? That's a good variable, I guess. What do we defined up here? Result. Okay, so NS2 text, and then we're going to loop through and resolve. Something like that, right? And let's print. All right. Do we have everything working? Hot damn. Cool. All right. So we've got the packages, we've got the import, and I think we're jiving. All right. So if everything is jiving, I'm just going to comment this out real quick. And whatever editor you're in, be it Vim or Nano or Notepad, Sublime, it's all cool with me, man. I just personally like Visual Studio Code. Cool. All right. So we got some code that works, right? So we need to loop. And I'm thinking just a real quick and dirty. While true. Yeah. Okay. Well, you know, what way to try it, right? Just do it. Let me just do an outer case and try. And we're going to accept. Don't know what we want to do here just yet. Okay, cool. Wow, true, right? Cool. All right. So I want to test against several DNS servers. I'm thinking local, right? And then a couple of the ones on the internets. Okay. We can do that. So we need two things looking from this, right? We need the name server and then what we're going to resolve, right? The DNS. So let's get kind of fancy here. Right? I want to do a class. I'm going to call this class what? Monitor. Monitor. Yeah. All right. Just basic object, right? Maybe change it. Maybe not. I don't know. And in this class, I want to do basic constructor. What do I need? So we just said it, right? We need a name server and then a name, all right? And then let's just set this up real quick. Name server is equals to name server and then self fqdn is equal to fqdn. And that should just be a real basic container, right? And so what do we want to do if we can't resolve? I'm thinking that we just write to a file. Yeah. Simple, right? Keep it simple. I'm thinking. So down here, let's do Google. I think that's how you spell Google. And Google is of monitor. And we're doing quad 8. And then google.com. Right? And then DNS Cloudflare. Right? And that is of monitor. Cloudflare, I believe, is quad 1. If memory serves me correctly, then we do google.com. All right. Ooh. All right. All right. So, cool, man. Cool. All right. So, what's a good one? We got Google. We got Cloudflare. Let's do a personal, right? So, DNS router. That is of monitor, right? And my home router is of that. And I'm going to ask it for google.com. Right. Oh. All right. Cool. Back into our while loop. We are true. Right? So we need to create a list, I'm thinking, right? A list of everything that we want to loop through. Okay. So DNS servers equals. Oh, I just made things big. There we go. That's a little better. DNS servers. And DNS Google. DNS Cloudflare. And DNS router. Cool, man. All right. So we've defined our name servers and what we want to resolve. We're shoving that into a list, right? And then we need to iterate that list. So I'm thinking let's do something stupid because I want to type hint. Right, so I'm going to call this node. And node is of monitor. And it just basic nothing. For node in DNS servers, we need to do the stuff. Right, so what stuff are we doing? I'm going to wrap that into a try because that's, I'm thinking how we want to capture if something doesn't resolve. Right, like a timeout. So let's do try and come back down here. We're going to do accept. Right, and then in the accept, well, I just want, I'm thinking resolver. Is that right? That looks right. Lifetime timeout. Cool. And then we write to log. Not there yet. But we're getting close. Okay. Alright, so we are in our loop. And this is where the meat of the code was going to be. So query equals DNS resolver. Resolver. And we do query. Our name server is of node and that property. Oh yeah. I think it's come together. Alright. And then get the results, right? And that is query resolve. That looks right. And node fqdn. What we want. All right. I'm thinking we print to the screen just to show that we're working, right? That we're actually doing something. And what do we want? I think we want something like this. Date time. All right, let's do some formatting. We got name server, right? And then we are going to format that. Format. And the first one is date time. This is date time now. Now. Yeah. And then name server. And that is property of node. Name server. Yeah, I like that. All right. Okay. So if we get back multiple, let's loop through that. All right. Come on. And the result. Print. And I just want to loop through the addresses. Give me a space. Oops, come back here. And then format. What do we format? We're going to do address and then node fqdn. All right, that should give us a list of addresses that came back. I think that's good, right? I think so. So let's work on our right to log, or logging. So come back up here and let's define a function. And we're going to have this function do. I think we need to have this function write to a file. All right, so let's start typing. What are we going to call it? Write log? Okay, let's do some type hidden. Monitor. All right, so come down here. We're here. We timed out. So I'm thinking this is where we want to shove our ping. Okay. Response equals. Did I import that? I think so. Ping. What are we pinging? We're going to ping our name server. All right, that should be the IP. We want timeout. Let's do a quick timeout. How many? Let's just do one. And I don't know. Size? Does size really matter here? I don't know. It might. So I think we're going to get ready to write. So I'm going to format what I want to say. And what do I want to say? I want to say date time. Right. And then what else do I want? I think I want name server. All right. And then FQD in. You see where this is going, right? Dump what we need or what we think is helpful. Ping stats. I'm thinking, time now. And then we did name server. And we're doing, yeah, name server, and then FQD in. And then that was in response. Let's do success ratio. We can change it. And I think that's it, right? Date time, name server, FQD in, success ratio. Sweet. All right. Then let's look at writing. F open. And let's do something very unique. All right, a log file. Let's do append. All right, because if it's not there, I want to create it. And if it is there, I just want you to overwrite. I think I got a format issue. There we go. Right, cool. So we're appending. And what are we going to write? We are going to write our line that we constructed. And then close. Cool. Is that kosher? I think so. So we come here. for each of the node, we do a query or our DNS server. Okay. And let's come here. I think it's just sleep, right? Oh, be back here. Oh, we got to finish this. All right. Let's just do a normal print error. Check log. All right. I screwed up. Let's just something like that. All right, we print that. And then let's write the log. Pass in the node. Looks pretty good. I think it's going to work. And then here I'm going to sleep. How long do we want to sleep? Well, we don't want to DOS ourselves, so 2 minutes should be good, right? We go here, and I'm not quite sure why it would error out up here. Let's do major error. And we can come back and fix it up. But for now, let's do a run. Oh, we got major error. All right, well, let's do a breakpoint. Oh, look at that. Boom. I think I misspelled it. All right, I want to take my breakpoint off and see if it runs. Oh, look at that. Look at that beauty. So we got date, time. All right, we got our name server. This is what it returned. We got Google. There's our home router. And now we should be sleeping for about 2 minutes. But look at this awesome sauce. This is cool. All right. So with this running, we should be able to help pinpoint where the error resides, right? What server is freaking out? Why are my clients stalling at home, right? Or at work? All right. So, as always, man, hit subscribe, hit that like, put some comments in there. If you want the code, let me know and I'll dump it up onto a repository. If you have any questions, comments, and or concerns, let me know. I'll be more than happy to chit chat. But anyways, take it easy, have fun. Talk to you later.